piece of cake.
Welcome! Come back soon!
I'm in.
Ready when you are. It is done. Onward.
Shall we? Let's make this quick.
I'll cut through.
More fighting.
So,
At your service.
You saved me.
I'll comply. What's the plan?
What's my strategy?
Burn until we meet again.
I've got no time for mercy.
You're amazing. Next try.
Oh, nice. No time to slow down.
I keep advancing.
Really wanted to die, huh?
Apologies. Now's our chance.
You fought well.
What did you expect? The hard life sharpens the senses.
That helps. I've got no time for mercy. I feel a little stronger. It's done.
Thanks.
All this power just to survive.
See you in the eternal flames. My strength is in the service of revenge.
One to remember. Strength never betrays.
I'm really getting it, I think.
Professor? Thank you for helping me with my training again today, Professor. I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead. I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just don't worry about me, okay? I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue, despite how fatigued I clearly was. I probably should have listened to you. Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time. 18 years ago, House Ordelia was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid. We weren't involved politically. But once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as a result. At the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were killed, and people from the Empire were sent to replace them. Among those people were some mysterious mages. They were unsettling, in a word. Skin pale as death, one after another, they captured and imprisoned the children of our household. They began performing terrible rituals on the children, though it's probably more accurate to call them experiments. With the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another, the children died, till the only one left was me. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this. A shock of white hair, all trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized that their experiments had finally succeeded. Sure enough, they ran a test and saw that two crests coexisted within me. Losing pigment from my hair wasn't the only loss. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now greatly shortened. 5 more years at most, perhaps less. Shortly thereafter, the mages lost interest in me, and we never saw them in the Ordelia household again. Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for, but I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass. It's not like what's been done to me can be undone. Professor, the only way I can conceive of would be to remove my crest somehow. But I don't know if that's even remotely possible. Even if it were, I wouldn't be of much use to you and the others without my crests. You sound resolved. I'll allow your resolve to bolster my own. Thank you, Professor.
Thanks.
Pretty good job if you ask me.
Mercedes, I swear, the whole cathedral glows with heavenly light when you're around.
Hello, Sylvain. What a treat to see you here. I thought you preferred places with more ladies around.
I'm here because you're here. And I don't care about other girls.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you use that line all the time.
Actually, I've only said it to girls who thought I was lying about being faithful. You know what? There's no reason to get into all that. The truth is, I would really like to spend some time with you. What do you say to that?
Well, if you were really interested in me, I would want you to get to know me better.
I agree. I've been such an idiot in the past, always angling for the seduction. I've forgotten how to just talk to someone.
You act like you're full of regret, but I know you don't really mean it. Still, I'm glad to hear you say that at least. I told you such a boring story the last time we spoke. I was worried you might think I was a dull person.
Dull? No. I was worried that I'd made you remember unhappy times. It's horrible what you had to go through. It's not like anyone chooses to be born with a crest.
Right. We can't choose our bloodline. You've got a crest too, haven't you, Sylvain? What has your experience been like?
Are you asking how being born with a crest affected me?
Yes. I know there was that business with your brother Miklon, but I'm sure you don't want to talk about all that.
It's not a very happy story.
Please don't feel the need to hold back on my account. I'm here if you need someone to share in your pain.
Would you want to know more about me, even if I didn't have a crest, or come from a noble family?
This has nothing to do with your crest or family. I'm just asking as your friend. How should I put this? When I look at you, I don't see a crest. I want to see the real you.
You do? Here's the short version. I hate crests. Even though having one is supposed to be such a great blessing, mine has ruined everything. Miklon was heir to our house. Then I was born, and I became the heir because I had a crest. That made my older brother jealous enough to want to kill me. And every woman in Fodlan wants to have my little crest baby, so they can join the nobility. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's like to have a crest.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up such awful things.
No, I should keep my temper better. I don't want you to see me act that way.
Don't say that. I'm glad we were able to talk. I feel like I'm finally seeing the real you. Oh, Sylvain, will you save me from the curse of having a crest?
Of course. I think I love you. And I mean that. With all my heart. I love you, Mercedes. Let's get married and have crest babies.
Sure.
Sylvain, I've been looking for you. Do you have a moment?
Hey, Lysithia. I was about to grab some food. Would you like to come along?
Actually, yes. That sounds fine.
Great. Let's go. The dining hall isn't exactly relaxing, is it? If there's a next time, I'll take you somewhere with a much better atmosphere.
I don't really care about the atmosphere. I just wanted to apologize.
Nah, I get why you told me off. There's nothing you need to apologize for.
Can you just shut your mouth and listen for once? Here's something you may have already picked up on. I very much dislike being treated like a child. I've worked very hard to be where I am now, and such treatment makes it feel like all of that work is being ignored.
But I think you're a genius, and you work harder than I ever did. When I was your age...
Yes, you already told me all of this. Back then, you were just as devoted to goofing off as you are now.
Ah, so I already told you that. What a perfect memory you have.
And there it is. You're always so quick to flatter every woman you come across. I knew that, and yet I never thought you would direct your antics at me.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I know how hard you work, and I really wasn't trying to upset you. I just wanted to chat.
I do not mind that you wished to chat with me. In fact, you might even say I was happy about it. Just a bit.
Seriously? It sure didn't seem that way.
Well, it's true. Your behavior is maddening. But in retrospect, I realized that was you treating me as you do all women, rather than like a child. I wasn't thinking about it like that at the time, and so I snapped at you. I could have perhaps approached the matter with a tad more maturity. Therefore, I would like to apologize.
An apology? That is not how these conversations usually turn out. There's no need for that, though. Really, you'll make me blush if you keep this up. Listen, Lysithea, I want you to know that I meant every word, even if sincerity is difficult for me. You're as lovely as you are clever, and you have this strange charm about you. That's what I really honestly think.
There you go again with your false flattery.
I swear to you, it isn't false at all. And it's not flattery if it's the truth.
Say what you will, you're still gonna have to earn my trust. Just this once, I'll cut you some slack. Don't get used to it. It's not like I can change who you are as a person.
Sweet and tolerant. You never cease to amaze.
I'll leave you with this. Don't say things you don't mean. It makes it impossible to tell the lies from the truth. Don't come crying to me if you carry on as you have and end up with no friends.
I have to say, Lysithea, your harshness is one of those things I find so charming about you.
Ah, you are exhausting. I guess the positivity is okay, though.
Hilda, lovely as ever. I swear, when you're around, the sun shines brighter and everything sparkles.
Sylvain, you're looking superb as always.
Thank you. Are you going out today? If you do, then be careful. I'd hate to think you might hurt your foot again.
My foot? Oh, yes! You mean that time you helped me with the books? No need to worry, the foot's fine now. Even better than it was before.
I noticed, since I'm always looking at cute girls, and you are one of the cuter ones, your foot was better during the battle. You were running all over, just a regular warrior princess. And less than a day after such a terrible injury.
My friends were depending on me, so I just had to fight through the pain.
Hilda, please don't lie to me. I knew your foot wasn't really hurt, but I returned your books anyway. Take it from a guy who does his fair share of pretending to be someone he's not. And I say this as a friend, you are a terrible liar. And those books you left in your room for so long, teachers and classmates needed those. So stop lying, and maybe stop being quite as selfish too.
You saw right through me. Honestly, I'd completely forgotten that I still had those books. I really was going to return them. Did the librarian say anything to you?
Oh yeah, I got an earful of yelling and accusations meant for you.
Huh? Didn't you just say it was my fault?
Nah, I figured the librarian would feel better if they just let loose. No reason to make them wait for you.
I'm so sorry. You got a tongue lashing that should have been directed at me.
Tell you what, all will be forgiven if you promise 3 things. Stop lying, take responsibility, and fall madly in love with me.
Aw, Sylvain, I do love you, you know? I just wouldn't want you for a husband.
What? Why not?
Well, not to offend you, but I can't help but feel that your niceness is somehow shallow. My brother would probably cut you into pieces the moment he saw your face.
Your brother sounds, terrifying, actually.
We're losing the thread a bit here. Evidently, you can see through my act, so I'll just be straightforward about taking advantage of you.
Ha! Well, I'll take what I can get. Just don't go causing trouble for guys who aren't me.
It's a deal. Goodbye for now, Sylvain.
I've set my sights higher. Professor.